You are listening to the Novel Writing Podcast, episode 56. Grab a cup, cozy up, and let's get to writing. Today's episode is the 52nd of 60 daily episodes that pair with the videos of Haley's 60-day novel writing challenge. You can watch the first 5 days of the challenge for free on Haley's YouTube channel, and the link to that is in the description. Day 52 of the challenge is about story timelines. Having timelines is important to keep events straight in your story. There's a bunch of different ways to make timelines, from just a regular old notebook and a pencil, to Excel or another spreadsheet tool, to freeform apps like Notion, and all the way to timeline software like Eon Timeline. You could even use a project management tool like Smartsheet or Microsoft Project to create your timelines, but I'd consider those kind of products a bit of overkill for the purpose of writing books. I actually use Excel, Notion, and Eon Timeline for my timelines in the Chronicles of Talam. Excel is where I keep track of ages and specific dates, and how I keep track of the association between Earth years and Talam years, since time on Talam passes at about half the rate that it does on Earth. So it lets me keep track of date equivalency between the worlds to account for things like Talam's scouting programs. I use Notion for the freeform and database aspect. Honestly, a lot of my timeline is still in my head, but I'm slowly putting it into my World Bible in Notion as I work on the series. And then I use Eon Timeline to keep track of the sequence of events in each book. It's a great way to visualize both the passage of time and the relationships between events. Eon Timeline is a great tool that non-writers use too. It's been used by lawyers for laying out case timelines. Figuring out your timelines can be part of world building, and if world building is your most important thing of the moment, whenever you happen to be listening to this episode, don't stress about spending some time working on world building to get things straight in your head before you continue writing. World building and writing are not mutually exclusive. That means you don't have to completely stop writing in order to world build, and you don't need to get your world building complete before you write. You can do both at the same time, and do a little of each when you need to clarify things. The great thing about starting timelines early is that you can build on them the more you write, especially if you're writing a series. And if you have something in the timeline that hasn't been published, you can easily move it around to make room for other things, and have that as a reference point for later books. That's it for this companion episode to Story Timelines. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for day 53. Thanks for listening to the Novel Writing Podcast. If you're ready to stop struggling and start finishing your novel, check out the 60-Day Novel Writing Challenge. It's a step-by-step program designed for solo writers to complete their first draft with clarity and focus. Visit the link in the description to learn more.